Well, we're now going to go into different types of funnels, and there are different, although funnels all work in the same way, some are organized differently. They might have more pages, they might have more different goals, different targets. And one of the most popular ones is the pay for itself funnel, whereby you get free advertising, which sounds great, but it does take a bit more work. But we're going to dive straight in with this one, which, although one of the more complicated ones when compared to maybe the sales funnel or something like that, is one that you will want to experiment with. You may not get it right first time, but people use this and they use it well. So yeah, there are variations. One of the variations is the free plus shipping, which we'll look at in particular detail. But this one is the overall concept of the pay for itself funnel. Okay, so what do we mean? Well, we literally mean that. It means that you can place, let's use Facebook ads. Keep it simple. Facebook ads. You can place Facebook ads, and the cost of the ads will be covered by what you do with your funnel. So the goal of your funnel is to cover the cost of the ads. That is the target, and then it will lead on to other things. So how do we do this? Right, well, let's take an assumption. It's called a trickle down. So we trickle down. Let's say we want to, I want to use typical figures with this one just to demonstrate what we're doing, so we can build up a sort of a simple spreadsheet that you can then use to apply with some actual figures. Let's say we've got, and I'm going to scribble this down as we go, I want to do it for real. So we are going to have, on Facebook, we are going to have, we want to place 100 ads. And 100 Facebook ads is going to cost us, let's say it's $1 per click. Keep our math simple. So $1 cost per click means it will cost us $100. Okay, place 100 ads, $1 per click means we get 100 people come through to our landing page. So on our landing page we get 100 people in, and of those 100 people we want to build some trust. So the first thing we're going to do is give something straight away. So we want maximum. Remember that the adverts are going to be ultra targeted. This goes right back to the first video of the course. This is not just a general fire and forget. This is a specific ad to a specific problem, person with a specific problem, and we're going to offer a specific solution. So when they get to the landing page, the lead magnet is going to be answering the question that we've said we'll answer in the advert. So when they click on the ad, they go to the landing page and it says, I told you I was going to give you this, here it is. Therefore, the conversion rate is going to be worthwhile. All right. So we can expect a high conversion rate. We will expect that sort of thing. You should be hitting 50%. All right. So 50% conversion rate means we get 50 people sign up. Now, I would expect it to be higher than that, to be honest with you. If you're being really specific, you should be able to get higher than that. But we're going to be pessimistic with our figures. So 50 people go to our mailing list. People on mailing list. Now, we will talk in future topics about lifetime value. The average lifetime value, just to summarize it, is the average amount of money that a customer will give to you from the first point of their engagement to the last. And you should know that figure, and if you don't, we're going to work that out in the future topics. The lifetime value. So on average, what is your average customer going to pay you? What are they worth? On average, you'll get people pay more, people pay less, but on average, your customer lifetime value may be $50. Okay? Bear in mind, some will be higher, some will be lower. So arguably, with 50 people on the mailing list, based upon how we build up our lifetime value, if our average lifetime value is $50, then we've got 50 people to target with our goods, which is going to create that. So, we've already smashed, we paid $100, we've only got to convert 2 people off that mailing list to cover our advertising costs. Paid $100, remember, for the 100 adverts. We've got 50 people now into our funnel. We've got 50 people into our funnel. All we've got to do is convert 2 of those. Now, 2 of those is, what's that, 4%. A 4% conversion rate. Now, if you can't do that, your business model is not working. Okay, so if I gave you 50 customers, remember these are targeted customers. You know who they are, you know their problems, you know you've got a solution, you know how to talk to them. If I gave you 50 people like that in a room, all of which meet that profile, if you cannot convert 2 of those people to cover the costs of your advertising, then you've got bigger problems, to be blunt, which is a different conversation. Yeah, if you convert 3 out of 50, just 3 out of 50, what's that, 6%? 3 out of 50 people, you have made $50 if your lifetime value is $50. If your lifetime value is 25, then you've got to convert 4 to cover your costs and 5 to make a profit. If your lifetime value of your customer is $100, you've only got to convert 1 person out of 50 to cover the costs of your advert. And if you convert 2, then you've made $100. Now that should sound achievable to you, because it is achievable. We can go on further. We can take this model further. So we've got 50 people on our mailing list. 50 people then trickle through to the second page on our funnel. So the first page of the funnel is the landing page. The second page of the funnel is a tripwire. So 50 people go into our tripwire. And our tripwire, remember, is low cost, ultra value. The lead magnet's got them from A to B on this journey. Remember the journey we talked about from A to Z? Lead magnet gets them from A to B. We're now going to get them from B to E or F in one big jump, just for $7. Okay, so $7. $7. We've shown them we've got them from A to B. The trust is now growing. We know exactly who we're talking to. We know exactly their problems, and there's a solution which we've got, and we're going to take them from B to whatever you want to call it, E, B to E, just for $7. Having proven we've got them from A to B, we're now going to take them to E for $7. Conversion rate, well, let's be ultra pessimistic. Let's say out of 50, 15? So 15 out of 50, which is what's that, 30%. That's a good target. So 30% go through, which is 15. 15 goes straight through. 15 times $7 is, let me get this right so I don't get 7 times 15, 105. Okay, before we've sold anything else to them, we've covered our advertising costs. We've actually made $5 profit. Happy days. But give or take $1, we've covered our advertising costs. For our 100 ads, we took 50 through the first conversion rate for our lead magnet, which was free, mega targeted. We then offered them a tripwire of just 30% conversion, 15 people, for $7. $7 times 15, $105. We've covered our advertising costs before we even try and sell them anything. Before we even try and get into our lifetime value. It's part of the lifetime value, but you get my meaning. We've covered the advertising costs already, and now we're at the starting point, having lost no money, actually gained $5. We can now start talking to an ultra engaged, or this is a very, very warm audience. Those 15 people are very, very warm targets. They've taken the lead magnet, they've shown that they're happy to give you money. Remember, you know who they are, you know their problems, you know what solution they want, and all the rest of it. So when you engage with these people, you should now get a good conversion. Okay, well let's just remember the previous video. If they're clicking, keep offering. If they're buying, keep selling. Right, so we've got 15 people. What are we going to do with them? Well, we'll contact them for sure. Absolutely, because we've just taken money off them. We've got their email address because they've just bought via credit card or whatever, so we will definitely be in contact with them. Remember the previous one about the fishbone, pushing them back into the funnel? Those people who have bought, if they get to this page and don't come back, you send them back in, keep pushing them in. But let's take these 15 people and let's give them a one-time offer as a reward. So as a reward for taking the tripwire, we're going to make them a really good offer. So this offer is going to be tremendous value. We've got them from A to B, B to E. We're now going to get them to J, yeah, with something, and we're going to charge them more for this. So this one-time offer might be $97. Say. Now they've gone from A to B, B to E. All they've spent is $7. They've got significant progress. They're beginning to like you now, and they're very interested in what you're going to offer next. So what are you going to do with these 15 people? make them a one-time offer as a reward, as a bonus for taking the tripwire, just for them, right now, right here, no other opportunity. For $97, I'm going to get you from E to J with whatever that might be. Now, they won't all take it, of course, but a percentage will. Let's say, worst case scenario, let's say 2 do. What's that? Get me maths right. 2 out of the 15 is 13%. Very low. Very low. All right. So let's say 2. So 2 times 2 equals $194 for those 2 people. So we've now brought in $299. Yeah, from the tripwires, from the one-time offer. We brought in $299 minus the 100 for the ads at the top of the funnel. We've now made $199. So minus $100 equals, we're $199 up. So we invested 100 and we've made 200. We can now look at scaling that up. If we can prove that works, put in 100, we've made 200. Yeah, or we put in 100, we actually brought in 300, less the 100. So let's talk bottom line here. 100 in, 300 comes out, minus 100, 200. 100, make 200. So if I put in 200, I would make 400. If I put in 400, I'll get 800. If I put in 4,000, I'll get 8,000. I mean, this is how people use funnels to make good, serious money. Because if they find it works, if they know they can put in $20,000 here and get out 40,000 here, I'll do it again. And people do. This is how people use funnels to make serious money. They start small. Some will fail. Some will break even, some will work, some will be a bit risky, some will be less risky. But when they hit the one that works, where they know they can put $1 in and get $2 out in profit, then they know they can put 10,000 here, get 20,000 out. They can put 100,000 here, get 200,000 out. They can scale it up gradually, high risk, low risk, however you want to do it. But this is the pay for itself funnel. And this is, remember, we haven't even got to upselling these people yet. We haven't got this. We've just got to, this is just a funnel. You know, we've got people on the table. We've got 2 people still with something to do. You know, what do we do with these 2 people? So these 2 people, we can offer them a subscription, an inner circle, or whatever it was. You know, this could be a $497 offer. $497 offer. Now, out of 2 people, how many will buy it? Maybe 1, maybe 2, maybe none. But once you multiply this up, we could then have 2,000 people hitting this page. And therefore the chance of somebody taking it out of 2,000 people, you'll probably get 50 people take this. So we're just adding on, we're just piling it on. There's well-known funnel creator talks about how the person with the most money will make the most money, and this is where it happens, because if you're putting in $100 and making 200, we end up with 2 people at the end of the funnel. Yeah, and the chance of 2 people converting 0, 1 or 2 is minimal. However, if I was spending 100,000, yeah, I would then have 2,000 people landing at the end of this funnel, and the chance of people buying out 2,000, I'll probably get 50 or 100 or 200 or 400 people buying that, and then we then go on to another step of the funnel, and another and another. The more money I spend at the front, the longer the funnel gets, the more money people are spending, because the chance of conversion gets better and better and better with more people visiting. Anyway, getting ahead of ourselves. Let's stick with our test bed. $100 in. If we can prove we can get $200 out, with 2 people left over to roll the dice and see if they take $497 for a lifetime inner circle subscription, gold-plated platinum, whatever you want to do, we add that on. And if anybody takes that one, then we have another one, and we extend that. And if they keep buying, keep selling, and we keep going. So that's the pay for itself funnel. I hope you see how it works. You don't jump in and not test it. You must test it, because for everyone that works, it's the old Edison light bulb. You know, he 1,000 light bulbs failed before he got the light bulb that worked. You've got to fail a few times to test out what will work and what will do. But when you've tested it and got it working at a low rate, and you can repeat it. Once it's repeatable, you can put $1 in and get $2 out, or $100 in, $200 out. Once you can repeat that, then you can start doubling the input and doubling the output, and up and up and up and up and up. And that, my friends, is the pay for itself funnel, and that is probably the secret sauce that these people who make lots of money online out of funnels do. That is the model that they use.